everyone, welcome back to another Monday trucking stream. It's the usual affair. We're just gonna ship some loads for about 2 hours. We're gonna chat about some stuff. I do love this little Monday staple. It is wonderful. We got a whole bunch of people in the chat. Hello everyone. I'll say hi to everyone, of course, after doing the intro. But yeah, gonna be trucking today. Hope it'll be fun. Surely a lot to talk about. Let's do it. What a lovely day. Decent enough weather, for what it's worth. Ooh, that music is a lot louder than it normally is. Let's dim that down. Hi, everyone. Welcome back. Right. I'm a little bit more prepared than I normally am for a trucking stream, and I'll show you just how prepared I am. It's crazy. Hold on. Oh, shit. I didn't prepare this part, though, did I? One moment. We already have the game. We could skip like no time at all. But of course I am actually going to say hi to everyone first. We're not doing a collab stream, Loudar. Second time that's been said. No, it's a solo trucking stream. That's a Monday staple. All right, let's say hi to everyone in chat. Hello, Loudar, of course. Hello, Hannah. Hello, Girlstick. Hello, yeah, Thermia. Forgetting names already. Hello, Lily. Hello, Isopod. Hello, there's Baby Time. Hello, Limefox. Hello, Aurora. Oh, shit. Thank you so much, Thermia. 5 gifted. Oh my god. Appreciate the fuck out of that. Thank you so much. Hello, Lycrast. Hello, Ivy. And hello, Aquafolly. Hi. Hello, everyone. Oh my god, no more ads. We're so back. This is huge. Huge news. Right. Yeah. We're just gonna, like, go straight into it, because I actually don't have a whole lot to cover in this intro portion. We have stuff to talk about during the actual trucking itself, of course, but other than that, it's gonna be pretty smooth sailing, I think.
It's time to drink water.
Of course! Of course!
It's time to drink water.
It is time to drink water, that is correct. So you know the deal. If you have water with you, you should drink it. And if you don't have water, you should go get some, because water's good for you. Oh, drink to that. I want to play Deadlock, but I'm hesitating because it's too hot. I play like 2 or 3 games a bit before stream. And yeah, you ideally want to open the window like immediately after. 'Tis the way. Is there no sound? I know you can't hear it because I can't hear it. And if I can't hear it, y'all certainly can't hear it. That's strange. Why might that be? I really hope that's just the volume is down in the game for some reason. And not, like, something's gone wrong. Oh! There it is. I think we're good? Okay. I don't know what that was about. But, sure. Yeah, whatever. Right, let's go to the cargo market and let's see what is available in Paris. We have 9 fucking tons of scooters to Italy. Sure, let's send it. Nice, big, long drive to start off the day, why don't we? I probably want to go this way, don't I? Or where am I going? I could probably turn this way, actually. Sure, it'll be grand. There we are. We'll just scoot around here. And then scoot around here. And we're golden. Fantastic. Yes, of course! Happy Pride Month, everyone! 1st of June! Oh my god. You know, in future, I'd really love to actually plan events for stuff like this. That would be, like, so nice. Can you imagine, like, a Pride Month special? That'd be really, really good. Unfortunately, I do not come that prepared, and I think, just for the time being, while I'm getting reacclimated, it's tricky. It's tricky. Though, oh man, you know what? I'd actually have some fantastic ideas for Pride Month. I think the tricky thing for me is I kind of just convey queerness in as many streams as I can. I do try to make it, you know, a regular staple. It is a part of who I am, and I love and appreciate it dearly. So why not, right? But definitely I think like a good candidate for like Pride Month stuff could be visual novels. I think lots of really nice queer visual novels, and I haven't really done a game with a whole lot of reading in it in a while. Like I think the last one was Outer Wilds, maybe. Signalis actually I think as well. Night in the Woods was a pretty good one. Yeah, I think something like that would be cool. It would not be gameplay heavy, but that's fine because y'all aren't playing it. You're watching me play it, so you're not exactly here for the gameplay. You're here for the voices and the story and whatnot. And that's really cool. So I think that could be an option, possibly. It's Pride Month and Ari Melody. What do you mean? Do you want to like make us stream gay? Did you see the new KDA Dragon unveil for Pride Month? I did! I don't know the name off the top of my head. Apologies. I only glanced by. Yeah, they look really cool. Non-binary! Super cool, super cool. I do love the broad representation. That's really nice. So we have a masculine one, a feminine one, and a non-binary one. That's really, really cool. Is it Corey? Coral? Corey? I think that's an I. Sorry, the font size is a bit small on my second monitor. The KDE egg is non-binary? Bogger. Yeah, exactly. There's a sex joke in I do not come prepared. Of course. It is Corey with an I. Awesome. Wonderful. Yeah, that's a really cool name. Nice pick. Not gonna lie. It's a very androgynous name. Me likey. I had a very, very brief non-binary period where I was just experimenting. Where I was like, I'm somewhere between masculine and feminine. It didn't last very long because I found out them like really not long after. I definitely much preferred the feminine identification. So that basically wrote itself for me. So I didn't really have enough time to really think of a proper NB name for myself. But it's an interesting idea. Also, they deconfirmed Conky and Katie being together. Oh, interesting. They're just a group of pals. That's fair. That's okay. It is quite over for the straight shippers of Conky and Katie. I think headcanons for that kind of thing are usually fine. The trick is, like, you can enjoy it for yourself and with a community of like-minded folks, but don't try to impose that on the source material too hard. Like, you can like make little jokes about it, and if it's received well, then you can continue with it. That's probably the most gentle path to actually seeing stuff like that get accepted into your favorite media, as far as I'm concerned. But other than that, it's, you know, it's good for like the little niche sub community, and otherwise, you know, keep it to that space, I guess. Oopsies, your truck has run out of steering fluid and you have now crashed into the overpass. Thankfully, that has never happened with this truck. I have run out of fuel a couple times and I've had to do some very, very, very daring moves towards a gas station, but it happens. We love our girls with 3 letter or 2 syllable names. Exactly. Me included. I shipped Conky and Katie together in a head gem way / silly. No, it's Pride Month. It ran out of gender fluid. Now get with the times. Stepped away for 5 minutes to cut steel wire for antennas, and I come back and they're self-cessed in chat. This happens. Katie's in love with herself. I love that. Self-love. We love it. Yeah. Normal Ari Melody stream. This is fairly standard. Oh shit, that's France in there. It is! We are on the way to collect, I think it's 9 tons of scooters from some depot, some warehouse in Paris. Oh god, not France! I would argue against that, but that is basically what every single French viewer of the stream says whenever I end up near France. Look, the French viewer is saying censoring France. My god. Oh good, it turned green. Love to see it. Right, how is everyone doing today? Hope we're doing good. Hope it's been a good weekend. We are very much in the midst of summer, at least in this area. Well, sorry. We're into the calendar summer, where like everyone's off school and people getting breaks and whatever. But the weather, it depends. It's either way too hot to do anything. I mean, except maybe go to the beach, which is pretty fire. I did go to the beach last week. It was fire with a bunch of friends. But it's either like way too hot, where that's pretty much the only reasonable thing you can do, or it's way too cold. Well, no, actually, it's not been too cold. No, it's been too humid. That's been the problem. It's too humid where you really just can't do anything. And it's not even sunny either in some cases. It is just humid. Use your own trailer. Yeah, cargo market. I often forget. 9 tons of scooters. But scooters heavier than feathers. Yeah, true. I butchered that accent a little bit, but that's okay. I hope y'all don't expect a seamless Scottish accent out of me. I could never be him. I'm at a point in my life where no school just means I don't have to TA classes. That's real, honestly. I yearn for cold. I want to play Deadlock. Great winter game when you think about it. Lovely space heater that is my PC. I just knocked down a sign, but whatever, it's fine. Feather is heavier than scooter because with feathers, you also have to carry the weight of what you did to those birds. Oh no! Y'all never thought about that. The steel is heavier than feathers argument is not vegan. I'm a bird, I just have a pile of feathers that come out when I preen. Yeah, that's fair. Steel is not vegan? What? You gotta be yanking my chain. What do you mean? Feathers would be lighter than steel / scooters. Oh, are you serious? Bird brain got auto-modded. Thank you, mods. Thank you, mods. We will not have Jamie Page censorship in this chat. Thank you very much. Automod is so busted. Yeah, bird brain. Oh, I'm so offended. No, you call me a little bird. You call me a little bird brain. No. I'm gonna quickly move my doodle over here, just so y'all can see the map a bit better. That's perfect. I'm trying to get myself adjusted to... I started way too far ahead. I have been researching live 2D avatars over the past while. I do not have anything before y'all start getting excited, but I am researching it because the Ari Doodle that we have had for the past year, mind you, was intended to be a temporary measure, just while I'm getting started. And while I do love her dearly, she won't be going anywhere, just to be clear. Even if I do upgrade avatars, Ari Doodle will always have a place in our hearts and in this stream, 100%. But I would like an avatar that not just better represents me, but better expresses me. That's a really big deal for me. So I've been researching that a little bit because, of course, if I'm going to use a live 2D avatar, I need to have a setup for it. So, thankfully, I still have my iPhone with nice front camera, or at least nice enough front camera to do facial capture. There's some very interesting work being done by Hoshino Lina that I'm not super well versed in. I'll need to do a bit more research into, well, what she's researched, but it would appear, in theory at least, and the theories does seem to be checking out, that the facial tracking that comes with, I think it's AR kit, it has nothing to do with Face ID, because Face ID uses like infrared light, and that's how it can like still register your face even in the dark. Funny enough, something I lost when I switched to Google Pixel. I no longer have that functionality. It just does not register in the dark, so I have to flashbang myself with the underscreen fingerprint sensor. Teehee. But yeah, as I understand it, there's no like IR magic sauce to facial tracking on iPhones. It is camera-based, like photo-based, I suppose, facial tracking with just a really nicely tuned model is basically all that's going on in there. And that's gotten me interested. Because, like, I still have the iPhone, but if I could just forgo it and just use my regular webcam, which is... Whoa, okay, yeah, I was going that way too fast. If I could just use my regular webcam, which is plenty high quality in the right lighting conditions, that could be big. Like, I could just use that camera and do on-device facial tracking. That would be pretty nice. It would also be a huge boon just for VTubers who don't want to shell out money on a fucking iPhone, because, like, who needs that? Ivy, I had a permitted term bird brain. Appreciate that, Ivy. Thank you very much. That's what I heard too. Yeah, Apple was just cracked at face tracking. Yeah, they just have a fucking fire model. And facial tracking is like a form of... Not even a form of... it. Yeah, it is just a branch of machine learning. So who says Apple can't do good AI? They just don't really care about doing the really shit LLM one. I have to give some credit where it's due. Either I can't tell if Apple is like inept with LLMs and that's like just the one thing they are incapable of doing, or if they, like a lot of us, I imagine, realize that this is a fucking crippled technology with like no road forward. Certainly not the road forward that the big AI giants at the moment are prophesizing it to be, or proposing it. I'm not going to give them that much credit. Where they just kind of ignore it. And they're like, yeah, look, we're going to implement just enough to get the shareholders off our asses. And we're going to let it fucking fall to pieces until people, and it'll just, hopefully people shut up. Hopefully people see, no, this is actually dog shit. We don't care. Still somehow more open that iOS and future Android... Oh, still somehow more open than iOS and future Android if worst case happens. Did I miss something? Oh, Windows Phone? Actually, yeah. I've heard of some, like, raving Windows Phone enthusiasts. I remember Windows Phone used to be such a fucking cool idea for, like, when it dropped. I loved, like, the fresh new take on UI. I don't like how that then spread over to Windows 8. I think most people agree that that was a wrong direction for desktop operating system to go. But Windows Phone was neat. And it's unfortunate it died the way it did, but it's a fucking Microsoft product, so it's basically guaranteed to die a very sad, pathetic death. As the trends have shown since the Windows Phone. I think Apple just sucks at LLMs, so as soon as they do something that isn't an LLM, so ML, they just make something good. I think... because when you think about it, like... Okay, short of actually just making Jarvis for your phone, right? What are Apple expected to do exactly? Because, like, they have other AI features in their phones that are actually pretty solid. Like their the like smart selection where you hold down on an object in your gallery and it just selects the object. Like it does a lasso tool select around it with smoothing and everything, I believe. And then you could just either copy it or make it a sticker. Like, that was nice. That's clean. I respect the fuck out of that. Weird LLM emoji combiner. Lame as shit. Yeah, the stupid fucking Gen AI images, that shit's been lame for ages. It's still lame today. It sucks ass. I do not blame them for not wanting to waste the R&D budget on a technology that didn't have any major practical utilizations in the ecosystem. I'm sure some people could disagree. It's like, oh, but LLMs are so good for this, this, and that. I just disagree. I'm sorry. Like, some fringe development tasks, it's pretty good at very predictable boilerplate. Sure, it can maybe finagle around some more complex problems with an absolute assload of context given to it. Sure, probably. But at that point, you've already burned so many fucking tokens. Like, you've dropped like 100 or something on just making like a half-decent application. A small one, mind you. Oh, can I'm gonna make a quick recommendation. I don't want to stick it, believe it or not. Today, I don't really feel like sticking on the AI talk for too long. But if you want a really good fucking reference for my current opinions on AI right now and the industry at large, watch like any recent podcast episode of Better Offline with Ed Zitrin. I can't really speak to the guy as a person, but as someone speaking in the AI space, holy shit, everything this guy says is a breath of fresh air. It's just like down to the ground realism on like, this is making no fucking money. It's hemorrhaging money, as a matter of fact. There's no fucking profits unless you get really, really fucking careful fudging the books and shit. And it's just stupid. And the only people who are like, the only people in enterprise who are like super like locked in on this tech is like, this is the fucking future right here, are middle managers who weren't fucking doing anything in the first place. Essentially, is the kind of stance that he has. There's a one particular episode I would like wholeheartedly recommend. I think it's called "The AI Industry is Dying." It is from about a week ago, if that. It is just, I think it's like 10-20 minutes. It was one of the most uplifting podcast episodes I've listened to in quite a while. Like, if you're sick of AI and you can't wait for it to die, just tune into that. You're gonna feel a lot better, I feel. It certainly made me feel a lot better. LMs are good at making people dumb, apparently, and enhancing those who are already dumb, basically. Because the sycophancy, the constant validation, because they are trained in such a way where the expected output, the highest rewarded output out of an LLM, is the one that glazes the user the most, and gives this like false sense of security all the time. Like, that's how it's trained. And just as a blanket thing, like, LLMs are text prediction models. They are huge, fucking massive text prediction models. That's the magic to them. It is a text prediction model like the autocomplete on your phone, but it can complete entire paragraphs rather than just word by word. That's, in effect, what LLMs are. And when LLMs give off this idea, this perception of cognition or understanding or humanity even, it's because it's been trained on text that conveys humanity and cognition and has been explicitly rewarded in its training for recreating text that sounds cognitive and human. Like, it's just trained to do that. That doesn't mean it thinks. It means it's been trained to do the best job it possibly can at pretending to think. is the best way I can describe it. It is an algorithm. It is numbers. Whoa, okay, we're gonna go here instead, actually, I've decided. This is fine. Beautiful. I just heard my cat meow, so I'm gonna let her out real quick. One sec. Get out of here. The cat is out. I've set her loose. I'm so sorry, everyone. I have a PC tower that I'm gonna turn into a router tomorrow that's sitting next to me, and I bumped it. But yeah, it is an algorithm. It is numbers. It is a bunch of numbers being crunched and computed very, very quickly by a whole bunch of extremely power-hungry GPUs. Most of those GPUs happen to be NVIDIA's, and NVIDIA is fucking loving this because there's so much hype around this technology, and they've positioned themselves as being the best at that particular technology that they can just absorb the entire market and make absolutely trillions of dollars while outright gloating from the head honcho, Jensen Huang, that he's super for the what is it? Is it the war in Iran, I think? Some bullshit. The collaborations with Palantir. Like, this dude is a collaborator. We're just gonna make that clear, right? Dude is a fucking collaborator who is mooching off just melting into the massive fucking stacks of money that has been accrued from this grift technology for people who don't actually do any real work, to make supposedly billions of dollars on, but never actually score a profit. None of this makes sense. None of it makes sense at fucking all. And that's why I'm excited. Because eventually, it's not even a case of eventually people will wake up and realize, oh, wait, this isn't working. Eventually, there's gonna be some bank run. Like, someone's eventually gonna call uncle, basically. Someone's gonna say uncle and go, oh shit, actually, I don't have any money. I can't pay for this thing. I can't pay back this loan. I can't fulfill my end of a deal on a data center build-out. Or like acquiring more hardware. They're just gonna fucking run out of money, and then they're dead. They die. The first company that does that dies. Is basically what we're looking at, and then every company following that will either die with them or pull out as soon as they possibly can. And as far as I'm concerned, if you're a company like OpenAI, where everything you have released is slop. And you're, like, we all saw what happened with Sora, right? Sora was fucking pathetic. From a business standpoint. Sam Altman doesn't actually know how to run a fucking business. I'm not exactly a business head, but every single business head that I've heard from with a fucking couple screws still in their head have agreed that this guy does not know how to run a fucking business. This guy knows how to sell snake oil, and that's about all he's good for at this point. So, like, yeah. That industry's fucked. It's toast. It's a matter of when. And I will be delighted to see that happen. It's going to be great. And I'm sure y'all agree that is going to be great. Because the minute that that industry dies, businesses around the world are going to start pulling out of it. People, individuals who can no longer pay the extraordinarily subsidized pricing for AI tokens at the moment aren't going to be paying for anymore because the finances don't make sense. You're not going to pay fucking $50 a month or whatever for your favorite little chatbot just so you can search up recipes or write some code here and there. Like, no, people are just going to say, well, fuck you, it's too expensive now. And I should also note, just as a funny aside, a loss of the hardware, not hardware vendors, data center vendors, I suppose, that are like really tuned for AI right now. They're ex-crypto. They just have a shitload of GPUs lying around and a bunch of warehouse racks that they can sit them on. So they literally jumped from one grift to the other, is essentially what they did. Which I find incredibly amusing, because, you know, they could also just die in that process too, and nothing of value will have been lost. So, Yeah. I'm optimistic because I'm pessimistic about a technology that is shit and on its way tumbling down, spiraling into catastrophe. Anyways, I'll quickly catch up with chat. I love how we definitely have passed the event horizon as a civilization where the imitation game is no longer the objective to reach in computer science. Now we need to... oh, hold on. Is there a toll booth? No, we're good. Actually, I might want to get that sleep. No, we missed it. I'll go on to the next one. The imitation game is no longer the objective to reach in computer science. Now we need to figure out, wait, how easy is it to fool people into anthropomorphizing something? Yeah. Or just, not even necessarily that, but just how easy is it to fool investors and stupid business people who don't actually do any real fucking work, that this thing can just do all of their not work for them. Right? That's basically the question that's being asked there. As far as I'm concerned, the people who are anthropomorphizing AI will... granted, in a lot of cases, therapy is going to need to be administered. Fucking Sam Altman and those cronies have a lot to fucking answer for in the coming years. Like, good grief. But I think the vast majority of people who may be at risk of AI psychosis or are just, you know, just generating slop, carefree, they're just going to be priced out. Because the technology does not cost what the sticker price currently says. It costs infinitely more than that. They're just kind of lying to you by saying that it doesn't cost that much, or that they'll make it all back somehow. Because that's the thing, they haven't figured out how to make a fucking profit yet. This shit's been going on for 3 years, where they're only spending money. When do you plan on turning a profit on this? It's weird. It's very weird. Oh yeah, alright, did you see that recent NVIDIA announcement, RTX Spark? I'm not watching NVIDIA announcements. I'll keep it $1.50 with you. I don't give a shit. I think I'd heard maybe someone mention RTX Spark in passing. I don't give a shit. Frankly, my next GPU upgrade is not going to be NVIDIA. I'm on an NVIDIA card right now, but this was like just when AI was like... I think GPT-3 had like just launched around the time I got my 3060 Ti. I'm not upgrading to another NVIDIA GPU. I'm fucking done with that company. I think a lot of people are done with that company. They have screwed over like all of their original consumer base. It is so fucked, like how much they have revealed their whole hand of greed. You know, they generally just do not give a shit about you or about humanity. Like, bastard company. I hate NVIDIA. Fuck NVIDIA. Linus Torvalds was right. And I'm not necessarily cheesed about AMD either, to be entirely honest with you. And I'm skeptical about Intel. So I think I'm just gonna sit on my GPU for the next couple years. Because let's be fucking real, it's not like you can afford another GPU anyways, because you've been priced out of them because of the AI boom and the chip shortage and the RAM shortage. Like, this is all their fault. So yeah, no, fuck NVIDIA. I don't care what they do. I will laugh and piss on their grave when they go bust, and after that I'll move on. 'Cause I got better shit in my life than thinking about a company that is perfectly happy fucking over everybody else who stands beneath them. Yeah, anyways. Knowing that the US GDP's first decimal is almost entirely determined by the AI money, I am so ready for the fallout. What do you think will be the next grift that NVIDIA animated, that keeps NVIDIA animated Weekend at Bernie style? I do wonder, will they try, like, crawling back to the gaming consumer base? Because it's not like they don't make GeForce cards. They just don't really pretend that they're the biggest market maker for them right now. But I wouldn't put it past them to be that fucking weaselly And I'm sure a lot of people will fall for it. A lot of people are going to buy NVIDIA again the minute that it's affordable because, well, NVIDIA's got the brand rep for being the most powerful GPU. Personally, I don't need the most powerful GPU. I am okay with middle of the road because, as far as I'm concerned, our software is too fucking bloated and we need to optimize more anyways. RTX was a nice spectacle. It's what made me get the card that I've got, admittedly. I kind of almost, well, I don't regret it too much because it was still a GPU upgrade and I did learn a bit about ray tracing and doing that. So there's some benefit to it. But I wouldn't buy another RTX card. I don't give a shit. I don't fucking play RTX games. I'm on Linux now. I don't even know if RTX works anymore on my system. So, yeah. I'm not 100% sure what it is that they're going to go for next. I don't know if they have anything lined up. I think some of the people at the very top of this chain genuinely think that they can just keep doing this. I don't know if they know the limit, or maybe they think that if they pretend hard enough that they are absolutely unstoppable, because if you think about it, that's the dialogue that's been going on so far. AI is inevitable. You just have to get used to it. This is the new reality now. Like, does that... Constantly hearing that over and over, are those the words of someone who is actually confident in the technology? Do you not think you'd have more people who are just being fucking normal and just casually applying this in their daily lives? No, I pretty much only hear massive fucking kiss asses to the tech. And I just damaged my trailer because I'm driving with road rage. Whoops. It's fine, the cargo's okay. Like, yeah, I think they can just keep doing... I think they think that they can just keep doing this. If they pretend hard enough, if they role play like this is actually the future and they're just going to keep making so much money that they will just own everything. Fucking stupid plan. It could be because I have been a massive proponent for sustainability for a number of years, increasingly so over time. So everything that NVIDIA is doing, everything that NVIDIA and all the AI companies are doing right now is completely antithetical to what I believe in, and the balance sheets don't add up. So, like, the proof's in the pudding. These guys are fucking stupid. To make it abundantly clear. I did miss some chats there. Let me quickly peek that. Actually, because I'm going to be waiting there a sec. 3 years, they got their claws on fucking everything, yet not a profit. Lamau L. Huge L. Monolithic L. Leviathan L. Like, they're stupid. They're really fucking stupid. It's difficult to articulate it. Which is why I laugh.
It's time to drink water.
And I'm gonna laugh even more when they're done.
It's time to drink water.
RTX Spark is stupid. Well, good. I guess I don't have to worry about it then. Do I need to pull over here? Do I need to get on the other side, or does it just, like, open up? It opens up. Okay, I'm gonna quickly go here. Yeah, RTX Spark is stupid. Yeah, probably. It probably is. It's like the Apple M series chips, but for Windows ARM laptops. Oh, what? RTX is like a graphics line. I know NVIDIA is... I heard something about NVIDIA was supposed to be exploring SoCs and CPUs to like completely engorge themselves in the consumer PC market and just like own the full stack. But like, really? RTX for CPU or SoC? What? Fucking, even their branding people have left. They got nothing anymore, dude. Spacey is gonna flop? Yeah, probably. I would love more ARM, generic ARM, like non-Apple ARM systems available. I would especially love RISC-V, but that's very future thinking, so I'm not gonna go that far. I'd love ARM systems at least. But not from Nvidia. Get fucked. Get out of here. Starve. You're not going to be able to buy a new GPU anyways because the supply chains are going to collapse. Exactly. Exactly. We're all priced out of the market now, and then the whole market's going to collapse. People are going to hoard shit like it's Mad Max for a while. I do think there's going to be a lot of GPUs that just go on the market for like $200, which, like, oh boy, that's going to be nice. But at the same time, buying power could drop substantially. So it's not like that's, oh, 200, oh, I can totally just snag a 50 series. I don't think it's necessarily going to go that way. I'm not an economist, so I can't really make huge assertions on that. I don't know how big the AI bust is going to be, and I don't even know if it's going to affect us. I don't know how invested Ireland is. I've heard people concerned about data center build-outs in this country, but I'm not hearing big talk of, like, data center build-outs to the extent that's happening in the US right now. That shit's real fucked. Quickly... just scroll down my chat a bit. I'm kind of scared about the fallout of the crash because I want to keep a roof over my head. That's fucking real. That's very real. The whole tech industry goes bottom up, I'm fucked. I do think, for what it's worth, if your company's not positioned as an AI company, you have the best chance of survival, for what it's worth. And I know your company has been pushing into AI, so is the one that I'm going to be going into. But it seems like they're pushing for it in a capacity where it's like they're testing the waters, quote unquote. They're testing the waters to see if the middle managers can get away with firing people. And then when they find out they can't, and then they realize just how much money they are burning on this, you just unplug. You unplug because this shit is stupid, and it was always stupid. And we should have never done it. So I think our companies will be okay. If you're in an AI-focused company, fucking leave, bro. Leave. Get out. Or take a severance package. You know? Do whatever would trigger severance at your company. If your company doesn't have severance, I'm so sorry. But... get out. Your talents, if you have any, working at an AI company, could be much better spent elsewhere, as far as I am concerned. That's one of the few things I will be, like, outwardly aggro about. Ray trace should work for you. I mean, it works on the Steam Deck somehow. That is AMD, for what it's worth. I don't know what the NVIDIA drivers are like with RTX on Linux. It's like the stock market. It's like the stock market. You just have to say shit and numbers move. That is the whole fucking stock market. Wall Street is run by toddlers. Another thing that I picked up from Ed Zitron. This guy's fucking got it on the ball. Wall Street's run by fucking toddlers and middle managers who don't actually do any fucking work. That's it. These are the people who have consumed like 90% of the world's wealth. Fucking morons. That is what we are putting up with right now. It is insane. It is insane. I'm gonna move some stuff back. Down. Here we are. Now my chat is up to date. Thanks for letting me catch up. Oh, right. Yeah, there was a drink water redeem. I completely forgot. I got so caught up. Yeah, time to drink water. You know the deal. If you have water with you, you should drink it. And if you don't have water, you should go get some, because water's good for you. I'll do another one, actually. It's hot enough. Vespas. Yeah, they're Vespa scooters. That's cool. You remember like 20 minutes ago when I said I didn't want to get on an AI conversation for too long? We're all going to be hurt by this. We will. I think that is a given. We're going to be hurt. A lot of really shitty people are probably going to be bailed out. This is what happened in 2008. But humanity survived 2008. And they survived the Great Depression. And they survived world wars. And we are in an unprecedented time in history where we are so connected to each other we have so many opportunities to help each other. And I think that's worth something. Whether that means mutual aid or supporting small businesses or igniting a revolution, however you choose to go about it. I wish I could have the optimism you have about things. It's not easy. You know, what's going on in the world doesn't exactly make my job easy. But someone has to do it. Because if you have no hope, what have you got? You gotta have something. Even if you're hanging on a prayer, basically. Hey, it's a prayer above nothing. So, that's something, I guess. It's the best way I can put it. UK bus is probably going to be hurting... the AI bus is probably going to hurt everyone. Don't see the UK having a fun time either. Yeah. I don't think anyone's going to have a fun time. Like, I don't think Ireland is heavily dependent on the AI industry, but we are very heavily dependent on the tech sector. That has been... And our politicians have been very clear on this. We have bent over backwards for the AI industry. Sorry, the tech industry, my bad. We've bent over backwards for the tech industry because that's what keeps our economy going in the way that it's going. And again, sustainability. So as far as I'm concerned, it's not keeping the country running. It's keeping it on life support. But to each their own, I guess. Shocker, I disagree with my local politicians. That's crazy. Can you believe I'm a queer Gen Zer in 2026? So yeah, we're heavily dependent on the tech sector. So it's kind of okay, we done? Yeah, we're done. It's like if the AI bust really hurts the tech industry, it's gonna really hurt us because it hurts the tech industry, basically. So yeah, we're probably gonna get smacked pretty hard. Yeah, but the fact we have to worry about the survivability of our jobs is fucked. Was that not what happened in 2008? Like, I know it was a housing bust, but I'm pretty sure it hit, like, everyone. Major... Why are you stopping there, brother? Were you letting me through? You didn't indicate or anything. I don't know what that meant. Anyway. I know it was a housing bust, but I'm pretty sure that hit, like, everyone. At least in an indirect way. I'm so glad I have managers who are strongly anti-AI. I've said this before, my manager was pretty pro-AI. I will give very slight benefit of the doubt. He was suggesting that we use internal AI tools. They are actually quite explicit. I think this is actually for, like, business ops security reasons. We were not to use external LLMs on our code bases, only the internal ones. I never ended up actually using them because I'm a NeoVim user and they didn't have NeoVim plugins for their internal tooling. So, got off scot-free on that one. I don't know what it's going to be like in a couple weeks when I go back there. It might be one of the first things that they talk to me about. I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. One way to find out. Time will tell. I feel like if the economy crashes too hard on the whole AI bus, I wouldn't be surprised if some people begin mentioning revolutions. For legal reasons, not inciting violence, just an observation. And to be clear, a revolution doesn't necessarily have to be violent. It's the picture that normally comes into your head. But, like, we can do peaceful protest. We can unite in solidarity in ways that don't involve bringing out the guillotine. I wouldn't incite us. Like, I'm not stupid. I'm not going to be the one to go out there and, like, kill someone. I don't want blood on my hands. I don't want to be responsible for that. But, you know, like, we've had a couple people drop over the past while that have been nothing but nuisances and menaces in some cases to us and our communities, where they've not been missed. This happens. And I don't know, I'd probably react the same. I'm not going to partake in it. I'm not going to stop it. If you got the fucking if you're nuts enough to go out of your way to remove the life of another human being, I certainly don't want to fucking get in your way. I don't want to put my life at risk. You know? Fucking sure, don't do it. I would much rather a peaceful resolution to everything. I would much rather if the people at the heads of AI companies and governments and wars, this is the shit that we're dealing with right now. I would much rather if all of them just threw their hands up and said, you know what, we don't have a fucking clue what we're doing. Let's all just fucking sit down and talk this out and get back to basics. I mean, fuck, if I could wave a magic wand, that's what I'd be doing today. I would have done it yesterday. I would roll back time so that we don't have to fucking deal with this. Well, I'll be careful with that one, actually. The whole, those who don't learn from history are doomed to repeat it. But at the same time, the US has gone to war with Iran before. The economy has fallen smitten to a completely bust economic strategy before. Like, these are things that we've done before with a new fucking coat of paint. I don't know if the main differentiator is like, oh, now we've got the internet, so like, the shit's different now, or whatever. I don't know. But, yeah. Yeah, but if revolutions begin, people won't have access to essentials like healthcare and will die. I hope not. Again, if this can be resolved peacefully and without completely destroying the lives of so many people, I would much rather that. Even if it meant that the fucking worst of the worst got off scot-free, so long as the rest of us were okay and didn't have to suffer, I would take that in a heartbeat. Absolutely. Because I have disdain for people when they're actively doing the shitty thing. When they are no longer doing the shitty thing, they're not an object in my world. They can fuck off. I don't care. They can go die old. Who cares? That is what I would prefer. I hope that's what we get. I can't tell you if that's what we're gonna get. We are going to get something, though. And if the reporting that I'm hearing is any indication of it, we are going to find out what that is in the near future. And our doodle died. Let me fix that. Oh, God. Yep. She was in the middle of my screen there for a minute. We are good. We're back. Should finish watching Spice 8 Rack's video on Revolution. I don't know if I've heard of that person before. Sounds interesting, though. I've been watching a whole bunch of different like videos from creators who are like very pro. Not even, again, when I say revolution, I don't necessarily mean violent incursion. I don't think that's necessarily the way to go about it either. But, you know, people who are for, like, we could have a significantly better world, but we need to make radical change, basically. Oh, no. I'm gonna have to cut you off, my friend. Sorry. Bye. Yeah, more implying that the current state of accessing essentials would be too unaffordable for even more people post-AI bust. Especially in the US with their healthcare. Scary. I'm so sorry, Julia. Good grief. Oh, Spice at Rack is a left-wing. It's MTG content creator. Magic content creator? Making videos on Revolution? I mean, sure, fuck it. Yeah, you know what? Still one of my favorite rants on YouTube at the moment is Technology Connections going off at the end of his video on... it was one of the videos he's made on EVs. No, not EVs. On renewable energy. I think the video was you are being lied about renewable technology or renewable energy or energy technology. One of the two or three. It was that video. It's a long one, It's so good. Very much recommend that. Technology connections, they are lying to you about renewable energy, I think, or you have been lied to. It's something like that, but it's a good fucking watch. I remember sending it to the Discord when I first saw it. It was really, really nice. These are long trips. This is one job. I mean, we're gonna get like 56 grand out of it, which is like pretty nice, but holy shit, we're like an hour in. I'm still not there. That is wild. Yeah, that... I remember the last time I looked at the distance, it said like 1,000 kilometers. So we're like a quarter of that distance away now, but holy shit. That's crazy. You are being misled about renewable energy technology. Yes, yes, that's it. That is the video. It's so good. The rant at the end is one of my favorite things, and I am spoiling it for you slightly by saying there is a rant at the end, but trust me, I know my audience here. Stick to the end. Watch the whole video because it's really interesting. Watch to the end of the video because it's empowering. It's nice. A big thing that I've really, really been soaking up over the past while is increasing dialogue from a whole bunch of people saying, and I think I mentioned this last trucking stream, this is not normal. This is not a normal way for society to behave. This is not a normal way for economies to act. This is not a normal way for businesses to operate. Nothing about what is going on right now in the macro world is normal. And everyone seems to agree. Everyone with half a fucking screw still in their head agrees this is not normal. And they may not understand why, but they feel something is off. They might even be misled as to why something is off, but they know, bottom line, something is off. And that fills me with more hope. Because that tells me I am not fucking crazy. There is something horribly wrong. We can see it with our own two eyes. And if enough people are seeing it, maybe someone will actually do something about it. And much like the burst of the AI bubble and a bunch of extremely AI-focused companies potentially going under, I am very excited for that. This is a bit of a dodgy turn at the speed I'm going, so I'm going to play it a little bit safe. I am tapping between accelerator and brakes right now. We are good. My issue is attention, not being uninterested. That's fair. Very, very reasonable. Right, that was a lot. I think we're out the other side of the AI rant I said I didn't want to get into. See, this is why my throat gets so destroyed after doing that shit. Oh, fucking Doodle's out again. It's a pipe wire issue. I have spoken to the devs. I've submitted a ticket. It turns out I didn't have notifications on for that thread, so I didn't see the response within like a couple hours or something. I have now gone back in, so hopefully I can get some updates on that soon. I'd love to help them like work on that if at all possible. If I could give as much helpful information as I can, that'd be great. But we will have to see. Hello, lesbian with a gun. Whoa, pipe wire bomb. So cool. Right. I think I'm gonna drink water now. Unprompted, mind you. I'm capable of doing that. I can get my hydration in without being told. It looked like the guy drinking fucking beer on their couch with the remote in his hand. Drinking my water with my hand on the wheel. It's funny. Right, and away we go. 128 more kilometers. We're nearly there. Probably only gonna get 2 trips done in this whole thing, to be honest. Other news. Oh, yeah. I don't know if anyone's noticed. My blue sky is currently missing. If you pop up bsky.app/profile/remelody.space, my blue sky does not exist right now, which is what it shows cosmetically. There is a reason as to why that's happening. TLDR, I'm doing a bit of an infrastructure migration. For those who don't understand the infrastructure of Blue Sky and at Proto, I won't like go into the full details unless you want me to. But the gist is, I have a server that holds my identity, like who I am on Blue Sky, and all of my posts and my profile and whatever. That's all fine. That's all very much intact right now, so nothing's wrong there. The problem is I have switched the implementation of the server software I'm using to store all of that, and in the process, I may have goosed something ever so slightly. And basically Blue Sky, the collective network, I suppose, has not updated to the current state of my server. So my profile shows up as if it's deactivated, which is not correct. It is not deactivated. It very much is activated, but Blue Sky hasn't figured that out yet. So I'm hoping after this stream I'll be able to fix it. Hopefully I can have it fixed by the end of the night, but it has been broken since this morning. So yeah, in case anyone spotted that or noticed that I didn't make a stream announcement on Blue Sky, I hope that wasn't a big issue. I feel like a lot of my regular viewers like kind of remember the times that I stream, like regardless, and the Blue Sky posts are just like a quick reminder. I don't know how much. Actually, I am curious for all of you who tune into streams, like what brings you here, regulars or irregulars alike? I'm genuinely quite curious. Like, do you get reminded by Blue Sky posts? Are you in the Discord getting pinged? Are you do you have it on your calendar like I do? Bro, you did not have to indicate it to me. That you didn't have to do that. Okay, we got Discord. That makes sense. Another Discord. Fetty. Well, yeah, my Fetty is working fine, thankfully. Wife brings me here. That's true. I know some of my friends I was in VC with literally as I was starting stream, so they all knew I was streaming. Blue Sky's spiting me right now. Depends, but mostly regular schedule. Yeah, that's fair. Monday, Wednesday, Saturday, 6 p.m. UTC at present. Realistically, it's whatever 7 p.m. my time is, but the schedules will update on whatever the UTC time is. That I feel is a bit more dependable for the vast majority of the audience. I think I've mentioned before, something I would like to do is have a copy of my stream schedule on my website so that people can just poke at it there, because currently, even for me, tracking down when I last posted a stream schedule is kind of annoying. I have to like go to one of the social media platforms I go to. I have to search for the post of me saying what the stream schedule was. It's kind of messy. I would like a consistent place. I'll still do the posts like with screenshots, but I'd like a central place. And maybe it can be like one page that has an embed for my stream and the schedule. Maybe, something like that. Oh, you have a website? Yeah, remelody.space. Sorry, I thought it was like kind of common knowledge for a lot of people that followed me that I also have a website. That's wild, yeah. I forget, yeah, that's... For me, if I see someone like newly follow me, I check their profile, and if they have a website, I like immediately check out the website. That's something I'm usually pretty on the ball with. Oh yeah, part of this actually does come from like this infrastructure migration. Oh, I'm in Venice. Discovered Venice. That's delightful. Hey, look. There is some benefit to this. We get to discover more places. That's fantastic. Yeah, part of the reason I'm doing this migration is because I'm already in a position where I'm less dependent on Blue Sky's infrastructure. Like, again, I've been hosting my own data for my accounts on my own servers, but I've been using the Blue Sky official, like, reference implementation of the personal data server. And I don't like that. Me no likey. Thankfully, I have some friends in the AdProto space who are working on their own built-in Rust. And that's very cool. So I've been doing that migration process. And to be clear, as I understand it, the things that have gone wrong have nothing to do with the new software. It is specifically because I basically migrated to a different server that I host and then back onto the original like web domain that the original server was on, but with different software. And because the software is different, but the domain is the same, there's a weird like states conflict, and Blue Sky's network doesn't really know how to handle that. So what I think I have to do is a little bit of surgery on my database or something to get it up to scratch. We'll have to see. Hopefully there is a solution. I'm very lucky that I know the people who work on it, and I'm in a chat with them, so they are providing extremely, extremely helpful and extremely welcome and thanked tech support at the moment as I'm trying to figure all this stuff out. So I appreciate that immensely. I don't know if they're in chat right now, but I really, really do. I would be a little bit fucking goosed right now if it weren't for that. These folks are very, very knowledgeable when it comes to AdProto stuff in a way that I hope to be in the future, but currently I'm not, because I don't develop this fucking software myself as a hobby. Am I way too far off? I'm way too far off. We'll go here. Yeah, we'll just straighten her out a bit. We'll just straighten her out a bit. Piece of cake. Butter, butter. Yes. That's the spice. Love that. Right. Oh yeah, I got 8831s. Very nice buttons. Yeah, feel free to use mine. I only ask that you save it to your own server and don't just embed the copy on my website, because it's common courtesy with 8831s. You're saving on bandwidth and whatnot. Good grief, the bonuses on this thing. Like half of this delivery was bonuses. Proficiency, long distance, high value, fragile, urgent. Wow. It's only 60 grand too. That would like buy me a used truck. That's fascinating. Fuck it, yeah, we'll just do more scooters. Who cares, man? They performed database surgery on AdProto pool phone. Fucking pool phone. Right. And away we go again. But yeah, I've been wanting to migrate as far away as I can from Blue Sky's infrastructure and their code while remaining on the network as I can. Partly in the spirit of decentralization, right? Because the whole idea is Blue Sky and AdProto are supposed to be like decentralized networks, so you can participate in it in any way you see fit. You just have to build the software around it to make it work. And we are at a stage of maturity now where new software does exist and is being built. So I am migrating to a PDS where Blue Sky developers' hands have never touched it. And my front end is a fork of the stock Blue Sky clients, but it does have a lot of quality of life for what it's worth, and I don't think we're in a position yet where using like a totally from scratch AdProto or like Blue Sky front end is really the way right now. I think it's still early days. I'd love to see it, but I don't know if we're there just yet. But I have been vocally pessimistic on Blue Sky over the past while over the platform's moderation and their less their development, more their moderation and their internal, their external facing policies, I'll put it that way. I don't like how they're running the platform, basically. I think it's it's not just how they're running the platform, it's how they're acting while running the platform in the way they are, I think is like extremely dangerous to the future safety of the platform as a whole, which is a real shame. It is such a horrible shame because there is such a wonderful platform that has been built here, but they are killing its reputation at the moment. Like, the animosity that they seem to have towards the people that built the platform, which is like mostly queer nerds, as far as I'm aware, they've like fully opened the floor to like some of the nastiest fucking characters you'd ever find on Twitter for some reason. I don't know what exactly they stand to gain from that. And then when they get criticized, rightfully so, for making very, very weird, often contradictory, sometimes just outright stupid policy decisions, they start getting weirdly fucking passive-aggressive and just outright antagonistic towards their most dedicated users. Which is like, it's weird. And to be clear, like, not every user is innocent. We have some real fucking chuds who are going out of their way to harass developers on their, like, main accounts. Don't do that. That's stupid. Don't harass people. Don't be a fucking weirdo. But the communication sucks. They have horrible PR right now. It's really bad for Blue Sky on a PR scale. On the PR side at the moment. And I'm here as an advocate for the technology, trying to tell people, oh, you gotta get off Twitter, you gotta get off Instagram, like, this is the shit. Hop on... previously, I was like, hop on Fetty. Now I'm like, hop on Blue Sky, because Blue Sky is, like, the easiest transition point into decentralized social media. And then I have people who move over, and then, for some reason... the first thing they walk into is a whole bunch of the fucking top brass of Blue Sky repeatedly shooting themselves in the foot. Like, what are we doing? It's so weird. I would read out the threads that I posted on this if only I could read them, because currently Blue Sky's infrastructure is fucking ignoring me. That's partly my fault. I will give that to them, sure. But it's a moderation that mostly bugs me. Like, their head of trust and safety is a character. I'm not gonna pretend like I fucking know the guy. Not even close. I'm not that lame. Where I'm gonna pretend like I know someone inside and out from their social media activity. But, fuck, the things that I have seen from him have not been pleasant. I think was CEO of Blue Sky, who is now dropped down to, I don't know, was it Chief Operating Officer, or was it like an equivalent, like Linus Tech Tip Sebastian's Chief Vision Officer role or something? Something in that vein. She's been extremely antagonistic towards people making valid criticism. It's so weird. It's hard for me to quantify, because here's the problem. I would love to go on and, like, cite a whole bunch of shit, but I'm driving a truck right now, not scrolling through feeds. And frankly, I don't think that'd be an entertaining stream anyway, so I'm not going to do that. But it's in a weird state right now. And I'm having to play defense for a team of leaders, supposedly, whose leadership I wholeheartedly disagree with. It's a really difficult conundrum for me to be in, because I'm trying to sell these people on, like, oh, this is infinitely better than Twitter, this is infinitely better than Instagram, this is infinitely yada yada yada, and then they go in and it's shit for one reason or another, and I have to explain to them why the thing that I got them to painstakingly sign up for, which, keep in mind, for the average person, we're not just signing up for random shit all the live long day. That's a big friction point, especially for a social media platform where possibly nobody that you know. Did I just get negative income from someone? Enrique, what the fuck are you doing? 1 second. I saw that. What did you just do? Are you just, like, on a break or something? What's up? Sure, boss. Fucking whatever. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Is this a safety guy? Is the safety guy the phone pool guy? No, phone pool guy is supposedly an advisor, a technical advisor to Blue Sky, which I think is just the funniest fucking role on earth, coming from phone and pool guy, who... I haven't read the guy's posts in a while, so I'm actually not going to speak to his position on AI. The last I heard a very long time ago, before I blocked the guy for being so goddamn annoying, was not just he wasn't just extremely positive about AI, he got really fucking, like, high and mighty, turning his nose up at everyone who said, hey, maybe this shit's, like, kind of fucking lame. Seemed kind of like the guy to just, like, ironically piss himself in the pool and then point and laugh at everyone else, is kind of the picture I have in my head. Yeah, Aaron, head of trust and safety, has been for quite a while now. Yeah, that's the guy, Aaron, whose name you shall not speak on Blue Sky, because this dude fucking name searches and has, as I have seen a couple times, has sniped a bunch of people for saying not nice things about the guy. Or it's either has personally gone out of his way to snipe, or has set up a bot to auto-snipe people. I think he's made some post alluding to that, where it was like, oh, ever since I set up this automated system, I've just been having a wonderful time. It's been great. Like, all right, buddy. Sure. Yeah, look. I kind of don't actually want to make too much of a fuss about those folks on stream here. Mostly because, like, it's one thing if I bitch about them on Blue Sky. That's their turf. I'm punching up on Blue Sky. On Twitch, they're not fucking watching this. I can't, because there's so much that I would have to sift through to give you guys a coherent story on this. I don't want to give you, like, misinformation. So I want to be very careful with what I say. My opinions of the current team at Blue Sky at the moment is very, very low. And it is very, very low because they have done a lot of things to make it very, very low. And in summary, that is why I want to move further away from their infrastructure. Fed up with Blue Sky? Fuck no, absolutely not. I am fed up with the, like, mainline flagship Blue Sky moderation and management. I am a big fan of the network. I'm a big fan of the people that I've met there. I'm a big fan of all of the artists, the beautiful, fucking wonderful artists that I have seen on Blue Sky. I'm a big fan of the protocol that's been built underneath. I'm a big fan of @proto. I just think that the current people helming the mainstream version, that, you know, decentralized platform, supposedly has one centralized platform with like 99.9% of the user base, whatever. And that's kind of the problem. Like, it's really poorly managed, but it houses so many people, so their actions have far-reaching consequences. And I kind of want to just do my part in easing that transition. Like, if I can be on my own infra, that means I can host infra to support my friends and give them an option to get off of their shit. If I find it's really, really easy, I can help write documentation so that other people can find it also easier to run their own infrastructure and just migrate away from Blue Sky, because that's what this is supposed to be. You know, Fetty would not be anywhere near as appealing as it is right now if everyone was just lumped on Mastodon.social. Like, fuck no, dude. That'd be shit. So no, not at all. Not fed up with Blue Sky. I'm fed up with Blue Sky, the company. I'm fed up with Blue Sky, the moderation and the leadership. But I'm not fed up with the network. I'm a big fan of the network. The thing is also that everything happening on that side is, there's so much going on that it becomes hard to have a true picture. Exactly, yes. There's a lot of information. A lot of it conflicts. A lot of people are just getting banned. And if you get banned on Blue Sky, like, most people just aren't going to see you anymore. You've disappeared. So there's a bit of, arguably, there's a lot of evidence burying going on, which I really, really don't like. But unfortunately, I don't have, again, it's a lot of information. I don't have enough details to give a conclusive picture of like what's going on there. The things that I've heard have not been good and have given me a lot of reason to not be a fan of them. But do your own research, abso-fucking-lutely. If at all possible, go do your own research. There are some fantastic articles I've seen some people write talking about what's going on with Blue Sky at the moment and how weird things have been getting. The tech is dubious in functionality. Here's what you mean by that. Like there's deficits compared to ActivityPub, but ActivityPub has deficits compared to @proto. As far as I'm concerned, they're two different protocols that do great at certain things and don't do well at others. And I think a combination of the two is a good complement, at least in my experience. And the site generally doesn't have that much that interests me. To each their own. I've heard of a lot of people say, oh, I tried out Blue Sky for a bit, but there was like nobody there. It's so dry. It's so like, follow people. Fuck. I would hope that you are going out of your way to like explore. But if you're just like, if you've been on Blue Sky for like a week and then you're like, oh, there's nothing here. I'm bored. I'm leaving. Like, no, you didn't even fucking try, dude. Do you realize how much of an investment it is to select a Fediverse instance and then join it and then commit your entire identity to that server for like the rest of your time on Fedi, assuming nothing goes wrong? Like, it's not like there aren't like issues where you have to grow into the service. Like this is a fact of life. But if you want the best chance of actually enjoying your time on Blue Sky, fucking follow more people, network. I have like, is it 14,000 followers at the moment? I didn't get that by just sitting on my ass and like scrolling all day. I actually fucking talk with people. I follow people. I boost people. I try to be a good presence, a good citizen in the space that I'm in. And sometimes that does also involve kicking up a fuss about management of the platform that I use being weird. I'm only there for artists who keep getting fucked over by Blue Sky. Interesting, yeah. Two folks listening already play Deadlock. Also, stupid UK Safety Act compliance. Use witchsky.app. I have nothing further to say. The current widely adopted approach to age verification is really dumb and stupid and doesn't work. Use witchsky.app. None further. For its worth, the whole thing is designed for making self-hosting as resource light as technically possible, which is good. Which is fucking great. I love that. The fact that I, like, sure, am I having a weird time sitting on my PDS right now? Nell, you know exactly. Like, I'm having some weird issues. But it's a me problem. But I am still a big fucking fan of the relationship that an independent PDS can have with the network. It's really, really nice. It's so much lighter than running a Fediverse instance, and it's fucking great. It's so good. Which guy is really clunky for me? Logins randomly break and page loads are stuttery? You got the green witch guy, man. I'm sorry. I don't know what might be happening there. Witch guy has been like golden for me for a bit. I've been very positive about it. I'm sorry if that is what's happening. I would recommend maybe try and reach out to one of the devs if you are having a lot of issues, because they might be able to help. It's a small dev team, which is another thing kind of like about AppPro. It's all very kind of cool, nice, scrappy people like build their own shit right now. I like that at the moment. I don't like it, of course, when things are like properly funded and whatever, but this is still nice for the time being. But I'm sure someone would be willing to help in some capacity. I mean, these people are putting a lot of time into these projects. I'm sure they want it to work. Am I like even parked in the same... Oh, wow. Yeah, sure. That works. Happy out. Delightful. Let's drink some water. I'm thirsty. Ooh, diesel generators. Say less. Oh god, fucking plumbing supplies all the way north. We got like half an hour left. I'm doing the diesel generators. You're out of water? Well, you know the deal. If you have water with you, you should drink it, and if you don't have water, you should go get some, because water is good for you. I already drank, so I don't have to drink to that, but, you know, I would. Water required. Let's go! We're so back. This is the way. This is the way. Also, Zan is delightful to talk to. If you have witch guy issues, they are usually very good at listening and helping. That has been my experience too. Zan has been very, very nice with support, very, very responsive, very, very down to earth. Like, sometimes shit does just break, and sometimes a problem is a little bit more complex than a quick patch. And they've been pretty good. Pretty good with that shit. I appreciate it immensely. Okay. So we had a big, nearly hour-long rant about AI, or at least over half an hour. Kind of half an hour thing on Blue Sky at Proto. Do we have anything else to discuss? What are the big things that are going on? I mean, shit, I've been streaming like most of the days of the week. Has this been most of what I've been up to worth publicly talking about? I did mention, oh yeah, maybe we tangented off that at some point. Yeah, I was researching live 2D stuff, and I'm trying to get myself used to, because I know this is going to be like a muscle thing for me. I'm gonna get very used to my space being a certain way, so I really gotta like long-term tweak my setup to accommodate. But I'm very used to my mic being right in front of me, like right in front of my mouth. So like you normally hear me like this, where my mouth is basically pressed up against the microphone sock. Now what I'm trying to do is keep it kind of just under my chin, where it'll still pick up perfectly fine. It's just under my chin, but a bit front of my mouth. The idea being I want whatever camera is capturing my face to actually be able to see my whole face, so that I can do facial capture for a live 2D avatar. But I can't exactly do that when there's a fucking microphone in my face. That doesn't really work. So yeah. I have been looking, I will admit. I have nothing to show at the moment. Nothing I can show anyway. But I've been looking. I've been looking around. I do want to I don't want to say graduate and I don't want to say retire, but I do want to evolve from the current Mameyudoufu avatar at some point in the future. And a live 2D avatar seems like a very fitting progression. I could like go somewhere in the middle and do like a Vedotube like full version avatar, where it still operates in the same way that this avatar does, where it's like my mic is on or off, and then that causes like, the little character to bounce around. What the full version of Vedotube does is it gives you like extra little puppeteering bits. So like certain bits of your avatar can have gravity to them. They can bounce, like hair can bounce as you jump up or whatever. There can be other little aspects to that. There's a physics engine in it, basically. If I'm not mistaken, is it made in Godot? I feel like Vedotube is made in Godot. I could be wrong. I could be like lying out my ass right now. I don't know. Gravity jiggle physics, yeah. But I figure if I am going to go that far, why not just go all the way to a live 2D avatar? I'm sure like a Vedotube model would be really, really useful in like lighter setups where, say, I can't have my camera up for whatever reason. Sure. But I think for the vast majority, using Mameyudoufu for like the very small stuff, and then my full live 2D avatar for proper streams, I think that'd be really, really cool. But first I need a live 2D avatar, and I am currently looking at commission artists, because I am not in a position to go making that myself. And to be clear, I have been a big proponent of you're a human being, you can just do things, right? Or maybe you're not a human being, but you possess human-like traits in some capacity. You have the capacity to create, basically, so go fucking use it. I'm a big proponent for that, but I'm also a big proponent of don't burn yourself to the fucking wire to do absolutely everything in the world. You know, take some time for yourself as well. So in spirit of that, I do want to hire someone else to do that work, because the art style that I would like is not something I'm currently like versed in drawing. I have a kind of rigid art style that's very difficult for me to evolve. I think with more experience drawing, I can work on that, but it's still going to be a while. Rigging a model, or sorry, drawing a reference is one problem. Drawing the model art is another problem, and then actually rigging the model together to actually be useful is a whole other problem. And those are all just things that unfortunate. Those are all just things I'm not versed in and don't have the time nor patience right now to get versed in. Because I'd ideally like for that to be done like this year, if I could. And that's... I'd have to sacrifice a lot to make that work, I think. I'm only one person. And it's difficult for me to lock in on the things that I'm not already super sucked into, if that makes sense. Another Blue Sky complains, why is there no slider for font size? I don't like the built-in size options. I don't know. Submit a request to Witch Sky? Maybe they'd be down to implement something like that. Is it to... Wait. The built-in size... So there are font size options, they're just not to your liking? So you want a slider instead. Yeah, I guess submit an issue with a feature request. You get 3 font size options in Blue Sky and Witch Sky. Yeah, I'm going to assume that that's because you're probably one of the first people to say that that's a deal breaker. I think most people are happy with the options. Frankly, I didn't even remember that they had font size options, because I'm perfectly happy with what they have over there. I get if you want it larger for like readability. Normally what I do is I just zoom in the page, because there's already like such massive negative space on the left and right edges of the screen. So I just zoom in, fill the whole screen more. It's not a deal breaker per se, I'd just rather something between normal and large. That's fair. Yeah, I don't know, submit an issue, ask for a slider. Maybe don't like ping the devs on Blue Sky, but go to like the repo and submit an issue like with a feature request, and I'm sure someone will have a look at it. It might not be high priority compared to actual bug fixes and stuff, but I'm sure it wouldn't be completely swept under the rug. Yeah, live 2D stuff. I think that also came to mind because as the stream was starting, I ended up mounting my phone where I would normally mount my camera. And it wasn't because I was looking to actually do facial capture, because it's an Android phone I've got. It doesn't have the really nice face tracking modules on it. Or models, sorry. It was more so if a notification comes up on my phone, I'm actually more likely to see it. I've noticed I miss so many notifications while I am streaming. I just do not see them. And I don't know, is it just the screen never comes on or whatever, but it is annoying. The truck said what now? Did one of the trucks say trans on it? Huge? Actually, I'm not gonna go that way. Wait, what the? Do y'all Did y'all hear that? Is there music playing in that car that passed me? Oh, a truck I passed by. Oops. Y'all hear that too, right? Huh. I've never seen that before. Is it copyright safe? I don't know. I think it's so muffled it probably won't matter. Yeah, I could just barely hear music out of the car in front of me. How interesting. And here we go. Toll booth. Ooh, I'm feeling kind of tired now. I don't think I got as much sleep last night as I should. I woke up a little bit earlier than expected, and I just kind of like found myself locking in on something. I think it was working on the PDS migration stuff. I'll definitely be getting more sleep tonight, I reckon. With how I'm feeling, almost certainly. Whee! Decent timing though. Probably be wrapping up by the end of this this trip. Because we're probably not gonna have enough time for another one, and I'm probably not gonna have enough energy for another one. So I would have gone to sleep, except I woke up at 3 AM and had a desire to look up Linux distros compatible with my friend's computer. Of course. This is the way. That means I'll go play Deadlock after that. Huge, huge. As it turns out, a grand total of 0 support their computer. Oh, that sucks. Is this vanilla Euro Truck 2? I mean, I have a custom truck. There's a texture mod. Other than that, yeah, it's vanilla. I don't really go heavy on the mods in Euro Truck. I don't feel a need. The game has enough stuff in it for me, and I just like to drive around, do my A to B deliveries and whatnot. Lyon, is that where we're going? Yeah, we're going to Lyon. Delightful. Oh god, the computer runs PowerPC? PowerPC 64-bit Big Endian specifically. Is this like your friend's main computer or like their neat tech hobby computer? Oh yeah, they did modernize the UI. Yeah, it's gone through some pretty substantial updates over the past while. It's pretty cool. I like it. Yeah, new speedometer. I don't think there was a speedometer on the screen before. The map's been it's been redone quite a bit. I like it. Also, just new bits being added. Notably, this new UI as well. There's a couple new bits and pieces. They have other Linux compatible devices, but they primarily use their iMac G5 out of preference. Fascinating preference. I mean, hey, if it works for them, more power, you know? More power to them. That's... wouldn't be my choice, but... to be fair, I need to do some pretty modern, resource-intensive tasks, so it wouldn't be for me. But it would be a cool, like, thing to play around with. I tried it out once. Xcode couldn't even install on it. Oh dear. Was Xcode a thing back then for the iMac G5? GeForce didn't like 64-bit integers. Oh dear. That's interesting. I wonder why not. Thank you for the follow, Nell. Appreciate it. Xcode is old. I wasn't sure how old. That was the trick. I know I wasn't following. I guess I forgot at some point. That's alright, that's alright. I got like 90% of the way through the disk install, but then randomly failed. Oh, good. God, I remember years and years ago, there was a whole period where I wasn't on Windows for the longest time because I was maining macOS Snow Leopard. That was the shit. That was so cool back then. I do miss Snow Leopard. I've tried it. Like, I've got an old enough iMac sitting behind me that I've thrown Snow Leopard on before. It was really cool just exploring all of that stuff that I had, you know, not seen in ages. That, oh man, the Aqua art style of the time, the design language. Whoa, fuck. That could have been bad. Oh, is this for heavy vehicles anyways? Bats? Bad? Maybe it's fine. Sure, that splits for no reason. But yeah, I used to have a Snow Leopard MacBook. Specifically, it was a black polycarbonate MacBook. They only made them for a pretty brief time because apparently very few people bought them. So they eventually just stopped producing them entirely. I had one for ages. I tragically don't have it anymore. It's I think the charging port stopped working after a while and the battery was starting to inflate, and I did not have the knowledge to repair that at the time. I was like mid-early teens or something, so we did have to get rid of it, unfortunately. I kept the drive though because I knew how to do that. Yeah, that was such a cool laptop. It was not very powerful, but shit did that teach me a lot about optimizing workflow and whatever, because like I would have tried to game on that. I would have tried to make videos on that. I've been trying to make videos for many years. It's funny that I'm not doing it as much nowadays. I've kind of pivoted towards streaming and music making. That's like the big things that I do. I think I still have a lot of sauce for video editing. The trick is I'm just working on other projects more at the moment, so it's not like my number one focus. But at some point it'd be really cool to make a video. Again, some point in the future. I miss old Computer UI. They had more sauce. It's a mixed bag, right? Because it was an amazing design language, but as I understand it, a lot of it was like bitmap tiling and stuff, so it would have had horrible resolution scaling on a modern monitor. A lot of the more modern designs, yeah, they're minimalist, but they're also really dynamic and scalable. Like, we are dealing with a lot of vector icons and whatnot. You can make really nice geomorphic stuff with vector. It's just harder. It's more computationally expensive to do so. So, I don't know. Perhaps you could see a resurgence. I think Apple's liquid glass is supposed to be an attempt at a return to form, just in a more modern package. But as evidenced by the fact that the guy who fucking introduced that design language left the company a couple months later, that didn't go so well. That wasn't great. I still have not updated my iPhone or my Mac to those newer versions. Like, I've stayed on previous versions specifically to avoid that design language and the resource hog that it is. Liquid glass doesn't seem good to me, IMO. Yeah, it doesn't seem good to a lot of people. And I would love it. I loved it in demo, but then I saw what it was doing to performance, and then I saw that it only really worked well contrast-wise in cherry-picked circumstances. And I was like, okay, cool. So this makes great demo, but it actually functions like ass. Well, that's great. So the solution is to try all 4K monitors and above. Got it. My God. It just seems terrible to accessibility, even as someone like me who doesn't have eyesight problems. Well, yeah, absolutely. Contrast is the thing that like every human needs in order to tell detail apart. And liquid glass is giving itself a really, really difficult challenge when it comes to establishing good contrast. So it's rough. I've just been avoiding the updates as best as I can. And normally I'd update all the time. I really like to see new feature updates, and I'm sure I'm missing out on some stuff. Probably a lot of AI adjacent stuff I don't give a shit about. But I'm sure I am missing out on some stuff at least by not upgrading. But like, man, I don't know if you could pay me to use that style as my daily driver with all of the usability bugs and whatnot. I need to stop lightly clipping people with my truck. I saw that Jeep behind me just kind of fucking bail out, I guess. Oh my God, what are we doing anymore? Oh, apologies if I do sound very tired. It's probably because I am actually very tired, and I'm definitely going to be wrapping up after this trip. I would love to stay longer, but yeah, my body would not, and unfortunately my mind relies on my body in order to function, so I gotta make sure I'm taking care of both. It's very important. Let's get some more water in me. I'm feeling that dehydration, that sore feeling in my throat when my body's like, ah, fucking water me, damn it. That's what it says. Water good, water good. Water very good. I think the only minimalist type theming I like is Katie's Breeze, purely as it doesn't look atrocious in light theme and has nice colors. I love Katie's Breeze. It's really, really nice. I've been using it myself. It's good. I'm very curious about the revival of Oxygen, because that's their like skeuomorphic theme, and apparently a bunch of designers are like working on rebuilding it with way higher resolution images and textures so that it scales infinitely better. People play way too much on Breeze. Breeze is great. Breeze is fantastic. Absolutely. Are they also reviving another older theme too? I think maybe, but Oxygen is the one that I'm like most curious about. I don't know if I'll daily drive it for a long time, but I would like to daily drive it for a short time, for sure. I have a feeling that if I in-game sleep, I'm going to miss the delivery window. Fucking trailer damage, are you serious? So I'm actually just gonna send it. Oh, there's also ocean. Oh, and there's air. Oh, I heard about air. Oxygen and air, I think is what it was, yeah. Or maybe the revival of Oxygen is just called air. I don't know, actually. I'd like to get some more info on that. I know there are demos available. I'm curious what the progress is, or not demos. Things like work in progress branches that you can build or whatever. Oh shit! Oh no! Oh no! Okay, if they bring me to one here, this could be perfect. It's like not far away at all. Nah, assuming they don't take fucking, like, 7 hours to get me to a fuel stop, I'm okay. Oh, wait. Just emergency refuel. Yeah, yeah. 30 minutes? Oh, fucking easy! Easy! Yeah. I love how they kept me here, blocking a toll booth. Oh, that's very amusing. Yeah, cool. I can afford that. That's no problem. I just need enough to get me over the line. We're actually going to... Fuck, and there was fuel stops there. I was like, nah, I can go without the sleep. Fucking no, you can't. The fog is coming. Yeah. None may pass until fuel is gained. You want me out of the way? Bring a fucking jerry can. Prove your worth. I can already see the fuel stop on my minimap. Who needs sleep? Hey, what's that bump on the road? It looks just like a deer. Can you believe it? Nobody told me my fuel was crazy low. I thought it was my sleep. There's probably notice that came up and I was too distracted by talking or something. Oh yeah, we're getting sleepy now. That could be a problem. Driving in my truck right after water. Oh shit, it's Lyon from France. Exactly. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Lyon? 46.8K. Oh no. Me no likey. Me no likey. Lyon, pay up the rent. Oh fuck. For the sake of making sure I can actually get this delivery in, I am going to prioritize getting fuel before getting the delivery in. AR and auction should be released alongside Plasma 6.7. Of course, yeah, of course. Aren't we like past Linux kernel 6.7 as well? That was a thing that happened, if I recall correctly. I'm building a hotel in that city. Stat. Oh, I know what you're referencing. Oh, God. And in we go for fuel. Yeah, in here. Here we shall. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, good. Good, good, good. Think we also got kernel 6.6.6 at some point. Yeah, the evil kernel. Got all the funny numbers. Oh yeah, we even got kernel 6.9. Yeah, we do have kernel 7 now. Good heavens. Been at this shit for a while, huh? You explained the difference between air and oxygen? I probably missed it. Oops. Unfortunately, the chat moves and I speak, and I'm driving in a truck. Oh, air is the light variant of oxygen. Right, yeah, because that, like, age of skeuomorphic design, we weren't really doing light and dark theme. It was just, like, the theme. Your app just looked like that, or it just didn't. There wasn't such a concept that many people were adopting at the time. I remember how crazy dark theme Windows was. I remember how crazy dark theme Mac OS was. Man. What version was that? One of the Trying to remember. It was a Mac OS version named after a desert. Mojave? Was it Mojave? Yeah, it was a bit of a later one. I think it was Mac OS Mojave. Patrolling the Mojave almost makes you wish for a nuclear winter. That must be a reference I don't get. Apologies. What the fuck? Okay, so 2 of you know this bit, and I don't. Fallout New Vegas. Of course it's Fallout. I had a feeling that it was going to be fucking Fallout. Maybe there's something about the nuclear winter part that clued me in. Who knows? Yep. Okay, we're pinching this a little bit. Let's straighten her out. I do not still need my indicators on. Ooh, butter! 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 Yeah! Yeah, they got forklifts. Can't drive them though, but they got them. Huge, 23 grand. We only spent a little bit on emergency shit. The new California Guard, Republic Guards say it incessantly when you get around them. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Look at that profit. Day on day. That's amazing. I don't know what the hell happened Monday. Just a slow week. Shitloads of money though. Oh wait, yeah, hold on. Must have hired someone new at that point? Maybe? Oh, God. God fucking damn it. No! Your truck is great. Oh, thank you. Hold on. Yeah. Courtesy of Ivy Nyapula. Fucking... It's a truck. It's a truck, all right. Hold on. There she is. The fucking character. There we go. The Ari sure is melody. It sure is. It sure is. Why are we wobbling? Dude. The parking brake is engaged. Yeah, there we go. Cool. We're going to save here. Lovely. 3 jobs. Remember it used to be like 6 or 5 jobs, you know? It used to be many more. But now we're getting like the really long shipments. 400 grand, by the way. Do we add like 150 grand just in this one stream? That's crazy. That's really cool. Look at that. Shaking. I heard that hesitation. Oh dear. I love how it freezes on that fucking frame of all things. All right, anyways. Whoops. There we go. Okay. That is all the trucking that I have the energy for tonight. Thankfully, we are 2 hours in. Hooray! Hooray! We made it. We made it the full 2. Delightful. Is that a Stadia controller? I believe it's supposed to be a DualSense. I think it's like a particular, like, some extra... some special model with like extra buttons, or maybe it's an aftermarket. I don't remember. I looked for DualSense controllers because that's what I had at the time. I actually do need to replace that now with a Steam Deck controller because that is what I've been maining for a bit. Good stream. Thank you very much. I do love these Monday streams. Monday trucking. What a wonderful trucking stream. Caring for you to stay in Discord until 3 a.m. anyways. Yeah! I love doing that. Or living the life of a preschool teacher has to avoid so many mentions of the number. I genuinely sometimes feel like I am doing that in this chat. Remember when you started ETS2 and you were broke all the time? And we survived and we flourished. I'm delighted. I think when I get... What did I do? I think when I hit like 500,000, I need to just buy another garage and just hire a shitload of people. I think that's what I gotta do. As many as I can. Just, you know, for fun. Shits and giggles. Right. Julie, it's all your fault. I'm sorry. Right. Let's have a look at raid opportunities. Who might we be able to raid? Anyone we're following right now? I've never seen this game before, but this looks interesting. Okay. So we could go for streamer playing Twilight Princess, Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess right now. Oh, apparently just started their stream. That's interesting. Or someone else who I think also recently started. I don't know if that's showing me minutes or hours. But yeah, or we can go for someone who is playing, very fitting, very on brand, Hard Space Shipbreaker. I've never heard of this game, but it just sounds spacey, which is nice. I like that. I think I might go for the space one. The space one sounds cool. How is that looking? Okay, that game actually does look pretty fire. We're gonna send you to that one. All right. Everyone, thank you so much for tuning in to this week's Monday Trucking stream. Over the next couple days, let's see, we're going back to regular schedule. So Monday and Saturday, we're going to be playing more Nier Automata. At this point in the game, it is extremely spoiler heavy. So if you do intend on coming in for those ones, be prepared for spoilers or have already played the game by then, is basically what we're looking at. But yeah, those streams are also going very, very nicely. It's such a cool game. It's very, very cool. Yeah, that is the schedule for this week. I'm going to send you all over to Exodrifter again. It was a very cool raid last time. We're going to do it again. So everyone, have a lovely rest of your morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you hail from. Thanks very much. Thank you so very much for stopping by, and I will see you all on Wednesday. Bye-bye!